The Nacc podcast, Know the Corruption, Know the Truth. Welcome to the Nacc podcast, Know the Corruption, Know the Truth. And today's episode we invited you to know about conflict of benefits. The factors which reflecting the problem of corruption in Thai. Local corruption is another problem found in Thailand. And it tends to increase continuously. The main factors that cause these problems are probably the economy and the conflict between personal and public benefits. Or in other words, conflict of benefits, which is reflected in the nature of the kinship system or patronage system. And it is an important cause of various forms of corruption. Conflict of benefits is considered a type of corruption. The behavioral forms that fall under the category of conflict of benefits are accepting benefits. This means receiving gifts or benefits that affect the performance of duties. And the results of receiving such benefits affect the decision to perform duties, causing the decision to be biased in favor of the party that provides benefits to oneself, such as receiving money or various services from private companies that participate in bidding for government projects, or receiving gifts from business operators who are customers of the agency, etc. Doing business with yourself, self-dealing, or being a contract partner. Contracts, to make it easier to understand, is to seek benefits for yourself. It is seeking benefits from your own position, such as purchasing materials and equipment from your own family's shops or companies, or the agency's executives contracting with a company owned by their wife to be consultants for the agency, or contracting to purchase a van from a company in which they have a stake, or contracting for the agency to purchase their own land to build a new office, etc. Working after leaving a public position or working after retirement post-employment means using influence or relationships from the previous position, using knowledge, abilities, and influence from the previous position in your own or your friends' work to seek benefits from the agency, or going to hold a position in a company related to the previous agency. Working extra outside employment meant on moonlighting, by using a government position to create credibility, such as an officer who is responsible for auditing accounts, accepting consulting work, or being an accountant for a company that must be audited. It is also related to issues such as using the agency's tools, materials, and equipment to do your own extra work, which is a task that is not the authority or assigned by the agency. Inside information means that government officials go to know the information inside the agency and then disclose or use the information to benefit themselves or others, in order to receive benefits in the form of money and other things, such as the agency's executives know the information inside the road construction project, and then they or their relatives go to buy land along the road, cutting through in advance to sell to the agency at a high end price. Or the agency's procurement officers disclose or sell important information of the party that previously submitted the bid to other bidders who give benefits, causing the party that previously submitted the bid to be at a disadvantage, etc. Using the agency's person or property for personal gain. Using employer property for private advantage means temporarily using the agency's property for personal business, such as using government cars for personal gain, using government well to fill up personal cars, bringing personal cars to wash at the agency, bringing agency equipment to use at home, or use the agency's phone to contact personal business, etc. Bringing public projects to constituencies for political gain. Pork barreling, or using influence from one's position to receive compensation from the area under one's responsibility, or for political gain, such as politicians approving projects in their constituencies or hometowns, or using public funds to campaign, or including the name of politicians to show ownership of public property, etc. As the main agency for preventing and suppressing corruption, the Nacc has developed mechanisms to prevent and suppress corruption in local areas by promoting the ethics of civil servants to prevent conflicts of benefits, such as determining desirable or prohibited qualifications, which is a basic tool used to determine various characteristics and work to prevent conflicts of benefits, determining that members of the House of Representatives or ministers must not hold government positions and must not be a stakeholder in various state concessions, disclosing information about family assets, debts, and businesses to the public is disclosing information both before taking office and while conflicts occur. Determining ethical practices will create principles for working, such as what should be done and what should not be done, or what we call work ethics. The terms of employment after leaving the civil service position are a tool to prevent those who have left their civil service positions from disclosing internal or confidential information of the agency. Developing and driving the knowledge of the course for preventing misconduct relating to conflicts of benefits for government officials and benefits members of the public via the Nacc website worldwideweb.nacc.go.th/coi. Campaigning to promote morality and ethics to prevent misconduct related to conflicts of benefits by organizing activities online and having government agencies participating in the assessment of morality and transparency in the operations of government agencies. Integrity and transparency assessment (ITE). These are important mechanisms for preventing and suppressing corruption in local ties. It can be seen that the problem of corruption can be prevented and solved, and it requires cooperation from all sectors, both organizations, the public sector, and society, which must be aware of the problems and causes that come from different values in order to improve the administrative structure. However, if society still has the same old ideas or attitudes, it will not be able to prevent or solve corruption problems, even if there are good measures or methods. Honest, fair, professional, transparent, and verifiable. Office of the National Anti-Corruption Commission.